About 6 years ago, Jaguar unveiled the F-Type sports car. It would easily go down as one of the most beautiful cars produced from that decade. I'm at the 2020 Chicago Auto Show where the company has just shown off the refreshed 2021 F-Type. Let's take a first look. So the original F-Type may have been around for 6 years, but it was a car that still made my knees go weak. Even though Jag gave it some slight updates over the years, it was still one of the most beautiful cars out on the road. It seriously turned heads everywhere you took it. So when Jaguar completely changed the front fascia of the F-Type for 2021, I was a little bit concerned with them ruining the front end. And I have to say, Jaguar did a fantastic job. They made an already sexy car even sexier for 2021. I love the new slimmer, skinnier headlights, which kind of mimic the taillights of the vehicle a little bit more. Now the car comes with full LED headlights as standard. The old F-Type actually had a bi-xenon headlight instead. So again, they've upgraded the lighting technology. They've upgraded the grille where it's a little bit larger. It's a little bit lower as well. I also love a lot of these air intake vents, which are functional. Surprisingly, there are no fog lights in this vehicle. I think it would have looked good if they had included a fog light down here. But in this white exterior color, man, this car looks really good. So I'm really happy that Jaguar is keeping the sports car alive. This is seriously one of the most beautiful cars produced from the 2010 decade, and that's going to continue on for 2020. Hopefully Jaguar decides to do a second generation of this vehicle. Now, looking at the rest of the proportions here, just like every other refreshed model, you have new wheels and tires available. This particular one here is the P300 model, but with the R-Design package. It has a 20-inch wheel with these black spokes. It's a black finished wheel, of course. It looks fantastic with the white exterior color. Jaguar still offers a choice of several different models, ranging from a 4-cylinder engine all the way up to a V8, which we'll talk about when I pop the hood in just a moment. Now, looking at the rest of the proportions, you can see Jaguar still continues to offer the F-Type in a coupe and a convertible body style. Obviously, this is the convertible. I love the fact that it's still a soft top. That red interior is just absolutely stunning with the white exterior and the black wheels. And then looking at the rear, the changes are a little bit more subtle at the rear, which is fine because the pre-refreshed F-Type was still a sexy car, and this one carries over that theme. The taillights have been slightly refreshed where they have those new LED lights on the inside, which kind of resemble a little bit of Jaguar's I-Pace. It's a little bit more of a three-dimensional look. And then, of course, the exhaust system. This one here has the 4-cylinder model, so you have a single exhaust. That's how you can tell it's the 4-cylinder. The V6 will have a dual outlet center mounted exhaust, while the V8 models will still have those quad tips, which are kind of slanted at an angle. So one of the signature styling element of the F-Type has always been its clamshell style hood. So the hood has been redesigned, but it still opens up in the same way. As you can see, this one here has the Ingenium 2-liter 4-cylinder, which I haven't driven the 4-cylinder version, which makes about 296 horsepower. I imagine most people who buy an F-Type will buy the P380 version, which has a 3-liter supercharged V6. Jaguar used to offer that engine in two different tunes at 340 and 380 horsepower. The 340 horsepower version is gone, so now we only have 380 horsepower. And for now, the SVR version, which was the high performance model, has been discontinued. Jaguar says they should be bringing it back later. So if you guys want the most powerful F-Type right now, you can get the R, which has a 5-liter supercharged V8, which offers up to 575 horsepower. That is basically the same power as last year's SVR. So don't be surprised to see the SVR, have 600 horsepower whenever Jaguar decides to bring that back. All these are either rear or all-wheel drive with an 8-speed automatic as your only transmission. The manual, of course, was discontinued last year. Now, of course, on the inside of the F-Type, because a sexy exterior only gets you so far, Jaguar has made some pretty nice changes, especially when you look at the red color combination here with the black, with the contrast stitching. The big thing you're going to notice, you're going to have the latest version of the Jaguar Land Rover infotainment system. This is a 10.25-inch display. It comes standard with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And then behind the steering wheel, you have a new 12-inch LCD display, which is pretty similar to the ones that I've shown you guys in some of the newer Land Rover products. And just like the other F-Types before this refresh, you have these vents that will pop up whenever you start this vehicle up. And of course, the sound of the F-Type is part of the whole, charismatic character. I wish I could start this vehicle up, but remember, this one here has the 4-cylinder. I haven't had a chance to hear the 4-cylinder just yet. Looking at the center stack, I'm noticing some updates over here. You still have these 3 dials here that control the climate control system. You have these toggles here, which have these blacked out areas, which will light up whenever you turn the vehicle on. And then I also like the electronic shifter over here. You still have a button to do the loud exhaust. Your dynamic mode selector is over here. And the interior itself is still very high quality. The seats are comfortable. It's just still a very snug cabin. So those of you who are over 6 feet may want to consider a sports car that has a little bit more space. So if you guys are looking to pick up your sexy new British sports car, the new F-Type will be going on sale in the next couple of months. And Jaguar has actually already announced pricing on this vehicle. Believe it or not, it's actually a little bit cheaper this year. This car starts at around $61,800 for the base P300 model. This particular one here is probably closer to the mid $70,000 range. If you guys want to go all the way up to the supercharged V8, expect to pay a little under $105,000 before you actually add in any options. That makes the F-Type still a really strong value, especially when you consider the fact this has almost 600 horsepower. It'll get to 60 in around 3.5 seconds, and it's still one of the sexiest new sports cars that money can buy today. For Redline Reviews here at the 2020 Chicago Auto Show, I'm Sofyan Bey.